A lot of people think that the job is done once the audience has the link. The login works, the platform's set up, the email goes out, and the assumption is the rest will take care of itself. Then almost nobody uses what they now have access to. And that's the mistake. Access and use are different problems. And most platforms are built to solve the first one, access. This shows up wherever an organization or an expert has put their work behind a login. So you've got like an LMS platform, a course platform, knowledge bases, shared drives. The materials get uploaded, the audience gets credentials, and the project starts getting treated as successful. Access becomes the proxy for use. The implicit thinking is that if people can get to the content, they will. The audience just needs to know where it is. Well, that isn't what happens. The audience either uses what's there or they don't. And whether they do depends on something the platform was never asked to provide. Access is a precondition. The door is open, what's behind it isn't locked anymore. The audience can get inside if they want to. But access only opens the door. It doesn't make anyone walk through that door. It doesn't make the content worth the trip. It doesn't tell the audience what to do once they're inside. So access opens the door. Structure tells people why they came in, what to do with what's in there, and where to go next. Use is a different design problem from access, and most platforms aren't built to handle it because they were built to handle the first one. So let's think about what the audience encounters in each case. When someone opens a typical platform login, they land in a generic interface. So you've got a dashboard, a menu, a folder structure, and the work is somewhere in there. Now they have to remember why they came, find the right thing, and then figure out what to do next. So the interface doesn't know why they came. When someone opens a built environment, the experience starts differently. A LeaderPass or a pass, though, is shaped around the audience's actual return path. The content's organized around the moment they're in and the reason they came back. The first thing they encounter is the part they actually need. And the experience starts with the audience, not with the platform. A login versus a pass belong to different categories of product. A login is credentials. A pass is an environment. So you've got structure, you've got produce, you've got place. That's the architecture that turns access into use. So structure makes the work navigable. Produce makes the work credible enough to return to, and place is where the return actually happens. Structure, produce, place. Together, that's what LeaderPass builds. A place people return to when the work matters again is a different kind of product than a place where it gets stored. For any organization or expert who has put work behind a login, the question is whether the audience is actually using what they have access to. If the only data is logins, the answer is unknown. Access is not use. The first gets the audience in. The second depends on what they actually find once they get in there. So that's the part most platforms weren't designed to handle because they were designed to handle the first one. And if all the audience ever gets is a login, the return path was never really part of the build. The work's sitting in a place built for delivery, not built for return.